Turns out the number one blocker, like power law, Pareto approach, the 20% blocking that'll get us 80% of the result, it's actually this fluffy little term over here called psychological safety. Now, first of all, what are we talking about? Let's give this dictionary definition. Psychological safety is the belief that one will not be punished or humiliated for speaking up, raising new ideas, asking questions, signaling concerns, or admitting mistakes. And it's that fixed mindset we discussed before. It turns out it's not just up to the individual. It's also about the context that you as a leader create. Things that we feel every day and that as leaders, we possibly feel less than the rest of the organization. Like, am I allowed to do this? Am I going to sound stupid? I really look up to my leader. Am I going to sound stupid if I ask this question because I should already know this? I'm surrounded by smart people. Has this been done before? Why take the risk? What will others think? And of course, right? No one wants to look like ignorant, incompetent, or negative. So there's a simple solution. You just shut up. You don't ask questions. You don't offer ideas. You don't admit weaknesses. And that's great on the short term because you don't look like an idiot right now. But on the long term, it's terrible for the organization. It will really hurt the organization or the team. And once again, it's the leader's role to create the right context. Talk about context. Think about an H2O molecule, a water molecule, right? A water molecule is the exact same molecule, but it acts differently depending on which context it's in. That same molecule will be frozen and will not move in ice, or it will be super fluid in water. It depends on the context. The growth mindset and experimentation need the right context to thrive. And although the concept of psychological safety might seem very vague and fluffy, there's now amazing research done by, for example, Google a few years ago. They wanted to identify what do our best teams, the highest performing teams, do better than the other teams. And they looked at all variables: personality, education, skills. What were these teams actually focusing on? It turns out by a wide margin, the biggest differentiator, the key factor, the key variable correlated with the performance of this team was actually this fluffy little term called psychological safety. It was by far and away the most important of the dynamics that they found. Safety to ask questions, give input, critique the status quo, and admit to weaknesses, to not knowing. If you're interested in the topic, Amy Edmondson wrote a foundational book about psychological safety, which I highly recommend you embrace. She shows us the 3 stages of building the safety: setting the stage, inviting participation, responding productively. She gives us a framework. But to keep things a little bit actionable, we've outlined some of the key reflection points in this cheat sheet over here, taken from her framework. Questions that you can ask yourselves as leaders, like setting the stage. Have I spoken about failures in the right way? Have I admitted to failures publicly as a leader? Have I articulated clearly why our work matters? On inviting participation over here, have I made sure that people know that I don't think I have all the answers? Have I created structures to systematically elicit ideas and concerns? And responding productively, have I done what I can do to destigmatize failure? What can I do more to celebrate intelligent failures? If you're interested in this, have a look at the book or have a look at this cheat sheet over here.